we've got is that the kid was supposed to be heading down to the rink sometime today to kind of check out the new surroundings. This has got to be like the first day of school, Razor.
Guaranteed he would have gone early to go and take a look at the locker room. You walk in there for the first time, you can't believe your lifelong dreams are about to happen.
And when you're looking around, I'm assuming, is he thinking the nameplate might be up there?
Oh, you're hoping, but, he's going to learn that those trainers don't miss very often. The jersey's ready. Your name has never looked so good as when it's on top of your stall. But what I remember, James, is the excitement, the nervousness, how scared you were. And then you're like, I'm in an NHL room. I can't believe this. It is the very best of feelings that you can have till you step on the ice the first time.
What is up, ladies and gentlemen? How's everybody feeling? We are finally back when NHL career mode, NHL 21 career mode, and sitting down here with our reporter. They're basically asking first impressions, just so they get a feel. We have like two different responses we can give, basically talking about like what's your thought yourself was a top draft pick, because I was top 10. So I was like, you know what, let's go for a team, more of a team aspect, because I definitely want to build that rapport with my teammates, so that way when I ask for the puck, they pass it to me, and not so much as that I get past it and around and all these other different things. But yeah, there's that. Now, you might notice something different, guys, ladies and gentlemen. You might notice something different. For some reason, you're like, wait a minute, I thought he got drafted to the New York Rangers. Why does it say LA Kings in the background? Well, remember how I was talking? I'm not sure if you guys do remember, but I said in one of my previous videos, I believe it was on Spider-Man, that I had to replay a bunch of different games because a lot of my data got lost. Because all of my data is on this one external hard drive, and a lot of the data got lost when it got popped out. So I had to replay everything, which is perfectly fine. And then I actually got drafted by the LA Kings because what had happened. Give me 1 second. I'll explain after.
What the respective expectations are. I know that a lot of fans are wondering, can he make that jump now? Can he make that jump and be an impact player in the National Hockey League? I think management took him for a reason. There might be that opportunity. I think he's going to get that shot. He's going to get every opportunity to try to make the team this coming year. It's ultimately on the player to ultimately deliver on that, right? So we'll wait and see how things play out. But it certainly sounds like both sides feel very good about this fit based on everything that I've been told. All right, time for a quick break. We're coming back with much more on the other side.
But yeah, that's what I was saying. I don't want to talk over the guys, so actually give me one more second, because I think there's one more time coming. There's one more thing coming up, because why not?
The family, and with it comes the expectations now too, right? Once this honeymoon period kind of settles down, he's going to go to camp, and he's going to be a marked man. The expectations are high. I think there's going to be a hope amongst the fan base that is looking for that sort of something to get excited about. There's going to be an expectation for him to try to crack this roster coming up in camp. So I like the pick. I like the selection. I like where he slots in. Now it's on him to show that he's worth it.
All right, so we're back. But basically, back there I was talking about getting drafted by the LA Kings. And that was because during everything was worked out. Everything worked out. I had all of the games played and everything. I was set up and everything was ready to go. But then draft week came, and I screwed up all of my answers with the New York Rangers. All of them. It was probably the lowest score I've ever gotten in my entire life. It was a score of 37, and then I just happened to get picked up by the LA Kings. Hilarious. But not ELC, you know me. Hilarious. But yeah, we're talking to our agent right now about signing this contract. We got .850 for 3 years. Pretty good actually contract. I'm not sure what that was with New York, but
find out in camp. All right, still to come here on the show, our conversation.
I'll definitely take .850, even though that's not a lot of money. But anyway, we're back in the locker room here. So we got picked up by the LA Kings. So I think we're actually going to do a lot better personally, it's not because I don't like the New York Rangers. I've always been a fan of the New York Rangers, but I'm more of an LA Kings fan. Obviously, you got rep the support of the Washington Nationals, but I think with like every sport, there are certain sports that you like playing, and there's certain, or not sports, there are certain teams that you like watching, and because you know that they're gonna be good. Like for me, like even though like I'm a Celtics fan at heart, it doesn't mean actually no, that's a bad example because basketball is one I really only want to see the Celtics plays. But if we're talking like hockey, I want to watch the Capitals, I want to watch the Kings, I want to watch what else do I want to watch? I like watching the Blackhawks too. Blackhawks are pretty good. If we're talking baseball, baseball is even more diverse because I have a team for like every single division of every single like region. I rep the Orioles, I rep the Nationals, I rep the Braves, I rep the Athletics in Oakland, I rep the Dodgers, I rep the Tigers, even though they suck. I mean, they're not suck. It's just they're more like a hometown kind of thing because I got a lot of family up in Michigan, so like you gotta represent the Dodgers. I don't represent the Lions or the Lions. But anyway, enough about other sports. Back into hockey. So going into the skill tree, I wanted to make sure. I was like, let me be a little bit more diverse. I don't want to just focus only on shooting because I know there's so many other parts of the game than just shooting. I already worked on my diplomatic responses and anything around that nature, so I'm not going to worry about that. But I did forget to do my specialties. But basically, going back to like my skill points, I had so many different things, and I was like, there's so many aspects of the actual game itself that I want to work on. So let me work on so many different things. So I was like, let's work on the shooting, let's work on the puck skills, and then over time, like as I get more things, instead of just crushing it down, like yeah, I'll probably come like higher and higher and higher. But at the same time, I'm more focused on the puck skills because I think like shooting is like anybody can really shoot, but it's really about the deking. That's the most important thing. Now, if you've noticed, a lot of the things, and I'm going through all of them, trying to figure out what's the best one to go through. A lot of them were actually based on different things, but there's 4 in particular that were based on solely deking. Now, deking is kind of like for people who don't play hockey and don't know what deking is. Deking is basically like juking, right? It's juking for football. It's basically like that. And it's the ability for you to control the puck and basically move around your defenders, and basically it's a fancy way to play the game, right? But for a very long time, it wouldn't say like it's just me going up and down, left and right, and then shooting. But a lot of the times, hockey is so like linear and so predictable in terms of your shots, in terms of everything. If you don't know how to deke, and you don't know different dekes and stuff like that, and I was like, oh, okay, well, I never deke, and so I was like, let me not get this and blah blah blah. But then I get to the actual games, and I'm like, oh, deking is really, 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 really important. So a lot of the stuff that you're going to see in this video is going to be me pre-deking or pre-learning how to deke, because I remember after my second game, it was after the second game. After the second game, that's when I went in and actually learned more about deking, learned more about different things like that, and so that way I could actually become more aggressive on the field. Now, don't get me wrong, it's gonna take some time for me to actually figure out all the dekings, but the moment I get it, I would say probably by the regular season, I'm probably gonna try to do one specific deke for every single game and up until regular season. So that way, with every game, I'm learning a new deke and learning a new thing. But enough about that. So basically, the 2 I went with was rebounding and backskating. So that way, I didn't install any new ones because I didn't have the space for it. But I was like, hey, excuse me. Hey, let's learn more things. But we're talking now with Coach right now, and we're going to talk about our expectations as a first round pick. Now, there's two responses: team and the star. Now, basically talking about the Calder. The Calder Trophy is basically like, I believe I can actually look it up right now. Calder Trophy, I think is Rookie of the Year. I think it's Rookie of the Year. I'm not 100. I think a Calder Trophy might be Rookie of the Year. Yeah, so it's basically like Rookie of the Year. Right, it's basically Rookie of the Year. It's like, officially the title of the Calder Trophy is the most proficient in his first year in the league. But in actuality, it's really just Rookie of the Year. So, aiming for the Calder Trophy or basically just like playing it out. And I was like, you know what, let's just play it out. And the coach was like, you know what, I know you're aiming for that trophy, so let's just rock with it. And I was like, yeah. But anyway, let's hop into this first game. We have two different things, or not two different things. We have two different game experiences. So we have either medium or quick. Let's go quick, just because, like quick. I don't want to make these videos too long. You know what I mean? Like, don't get me wrong. Especially if I can squeeze in 2 games in one, then I'll do it. But let me go to my kitchen settings because I gotta change something up. Oh crap! I'm not trying to hit. I gotta also change that. I gotta change that video, not video, but because I don't want to get hit with the copyright, because that sucks. There it is. Yep. It basically tells, like, I'm looking at YouTube right now. I was like, yeah, you got hit with the copyright. That sucks. But that's okay, and I'll fix it later, and I'll just deal with that when I deal with that. And that's alright. Anyway, not the point. But anyway, let's hop into this game. And let's go.
Hi, everybody. Along with Ray Ferraro, I'm James Cebulski. Welcome to Las Vegas. It's a clean sheet of ice as we are ready to get this preseason schedule underway.
You go through all summer to train, you get through camp, and it starts to get monotonous, and bam, here's the first game of the preseason. Everybody is ready to go. They need to change the record.
Great energy both inside and outside the arena tonight as we are just moments away now from puck drop. And here
all right, we're off to the races, ladies and gentlemen.
Preseason is underway. Quick feed to Gustafson.
Things. Tries to get a shot off.
Nothing in front.
This is it. Skid back.
Big time play right there. Here he is from the slot, and that shot dies in traffic. Los Angeles looks to break.
All right, passes is up. All right, let's go.
From center they get into the
Dang.
attacking area.
I got smacked.
The Golden Knights look to start the
That was
transition game.
All right, back skating.
Hangs onto the puck.
Ooh.
And he takes a shot. Takes that one.
Bad defensive play by me, though. Bad defensive play by me. Because I literally, like what happened was I missed him because I swooped up, and then literally he swooped kind of, not swoop, but basically he popped around me. But anyway, let's get back in my zone. Right. Nice block. Alright, passes out. I'm trying to get this puck. Nope. Nice block. Alright, let's keep it pushing. And this is exactly where I was talking about, like deking is so important. Because it's like, if you are literally like the walls, if you see the walls are closing in, crap. They scored. And that's alright. But if you see the walls are closing in, having like deking and going through like the in-betweens, the in-between legs, the loose puck deking, stuff like that, it helps like so much of being able to free yourself up so that way you have the ability to get a clean shot. Alright, give me 1 second. Because here's my thing, and I wouldn't say that, like, it was, like, my thing was, I wanted to change this, like, change the settings just for a second, because it very aggravated me. One, change the arcade level, but two, I wanted to change the actual, like, controller settings, and just, because it's weird, not weird, but, like, I'm personally more of a fan of the NHL 94 controllers, where it's literally pass, shoot. Mainly for those people who haven't learned deking yet. that's what is really good. But it does limit your ability to actually have more things to kind of do in terms of like fluidity and in terms of like control. So either way, you're good. What a terrible shot on my teammate though. All right, let's get back on defense. Passes up to me, passes to my teammate. Tries to get a shot off. Misses it. But back off the pass on me though, which is alright. I'll live with it, but it's fine.
The Kings have it behind the cage.
Alright, passes it up again. That's the great and horrible thing about hockey. What a horrible shot. What an absolutely horrible shot. If you had the skill stick, I'm looking back on, like, so here's the thing, I'm not doing this live right now. I'm looking at previous footage that I shot last night because I could. Because like when I have the ability to shoot and record audio at the same time, you know the difference. Because a lot of the times it's very lively and colorful. I'm kidding, but in all seriousness, it's more of like whenever I have the ability to shoot live, I shoot live. So that way it's a lot quicker, it's a lot faster, it's a lot easier and stuff like that. Which is why a lot of times a lot of videos are very lengthy and not actually like cutting down to the meat and the bones, but they're actually just like, oh my god, so aggravating, so aggravating to watch this sometimes. But going back to what I was saying, anytime that I can shoot live, I will shoot live. But if I can't shoot live for whatever reason, that's a good shot right there. That's fine. But anyway, if I can't shoot live for whatever reason, what I do is I basically just like upload the footage, download it, cut it, and then do what I'm doing right now, which is basically just audio and then slap it over. Right? It's a super simple process, which is why I was so glad. But I was like, as soon as I noticed that, I was like, you know what? A lot of the shots that I'm making aren't really going well. Let's just go for, the skill stick and then try to see what happens. And then sure enough, let's start working with that. But anyway, but yeah, so we're currently in the first, still in the first period, 4:54 left of the thing. Vegas is up by 1.
Sends the pass over.
There's so many things
Vegas is in the offensive zone.
And that's why it was so important after the second game for me to go back into kind of training camp.
Stanley's got it along the board.
That's the Deacon.
He almost lost it for a second there, but regains control.
What a beautiful goal by my teammate. Absolutely beautiful goal. What an assist on my part, but what an absolutely beautiful goal by my teammate. I will say that nothing less. But anyway, back to what I was saying. I forgot what I was saying, but that's okay. I tried it. Good shot by me, smart shot by me, but nonetheless, that's where Deacon comes into play. But I'm not gonna say that. I'm not gonna talk about that anymore, just because it's can't be a dead horse. But unless it's blows dead horse, but I'm kidding. Let me stop. But anyway, so we're back up here. I'm back on defense. Trying to set up our teammates.
Manages to hang on.
See if we get a goal, but can't, so we're going to skip back to the bench and our shift and wait for the next time.
Coming down the left wing and into the zone.
Alright, so that's the end of the first period. The score is 1-1. There we go into halftime. We're not halftime, but
well,
whatever.
that'll do it for period number 1. Opportunities at both ends of the ice create a little bit of offense. Fun start here.
Right,
well, the first 20 is in the books. Let's see what this second period offers.
A period. That's what
Still tied up here as we get underway here in period number 2.
Right, nice
well,
block
we've got over 20 minutes played thus far. Ray, how have you seen things?
The Kings spurt the puck up constantly in that first period. Probably pretty lucky the game's tied. James, when you look forward to the rest of this game, they have to do a much better job when they have the puck to make sure they keep it.
There's a clear opening. Couldn't make it though.
Right in front. Dismiss that chance.
Oh, he reads the play really well to get out and aggressive to make that save.
And like I said before, this is definitely a lot of times. Like I have played this game for probably like I would say a solid like 2 weeks.
They go on the attack through
A
center.
solid 2 weeks. So
Los
it's definitely going
Angeles
to
has
take
it
me
against
some
the
more
half
time to
wall.
get used to these
Blocked in
goals.
traffic.
Or not get used to these
Vegas
goals,
looks
but
to move
basically
the puck
get
from
used
their own
to
end.
the shooting
Sends it
mechanics, the
quickly to
controls, and
Hyman.
everything around that.
And he slides
So
it
just bear
quickly
with
to
me.
Krejci.
Eventually,
Smart
we
heads
will
up
get
play
our
to
very
neutralize the
first
threat.
official
Here he is, wristed on net.
NHL
Great
goal,
stick
regardless if it's
save by
preseason or
Fleury.
regular season.
Yeah, he's a
Eventually,
sharp
we
save,
will get
James.
our
Right in
very
the middle
first
of the
official
ice. He
goal.
makes the stop
So
and
be
pushes
patient.
it away.
Not be patient. Like, stay tuned.
Quick feed to Stevenson.
But anyway, second period coming, 11:45 left.
Jabs the puck away. Here he is in close.
We
How
are
do you miss
so back
that,
on
Ray?
defense.
I don't know, but we all
trying
do.
to
You're
pick some
right
things
in the
up.
scoring zone, and you don't
Got
even
hit with
test
a
the
bad
goalie.
call for pass. I don't know why, but
Hammers
that's
a
fine.
shot, and he
But
comes
anyway,
up with
let's
the
keep it
save.
pushing.
Into the attacking area from the left side.
Oh,
Play
offside.
whistle dead
That's
because
why.
of an offside.
I was like,
Los
yeah.
Angeles can be pleased
I was
about
like,
a
I
lot
don't
of
know why
areas
they-
in their
why they
game
stopped
tonight,
it,
but
like,
they
offside.
continue to trail here in the
Offside
second.
is one of those like calls like in hockey or in
Vegas
like
will
or
go
in
to work as they
football,
win the
soccer,
draw.
or not football, soccer. But oh my God,
Trying
what
a
a beautiful
physical
body
line
shot!
here.
Jesus Christ!
Oh, great read on the
Anyway,
play.
Vegas has been able
but
to steal the puck
for
a
offside is
multitude
one of
of
those
times
calls
tonight.
where it's
That
like
is really good
it's
stick
so
work.
like
Here they are on
line
the
relic.
attack.
Oh, that was with a
A
beautiful,
game of inches,
absolutely
and he
beautiful
puts
play.
it off the outside of the post.
How did that not
Denies
get
him on
in
the
there?
slapper.
I'm so upset that that
LA
didn't
is
get in
trying to
there.
make something happen in the offensive zone.
Yeah.
That's got to hit the net from that
If
spot on
any,
the ice.
if
You
that
don't
was
get
the
there
idea of
very
like
often. You've
any
got to make
chance
the
that I
goalie
could have
make a
gotten to
play.
make
Play
it,
rolls on.
make a goal,
And as he
that
steps
was the
back out
chance
onto the
that I
ice,
had.
they'll go to work with the man
That was like
advantage
the
here.
perfect chance. I had three
Moves it
quality
to Stanley.
opportunities where
Oh,
there was literally
fear
no
to
one
get
in the
front
net,
of
or
that
no
shot.
one like no one in front of
Skaters
the
go
net.
off for a line change
All
here
of the
on this
shots were
power
on goal
play.
and everything was like that.
From the
But
right
no,
side,
see,
they
look at
gain
that.
the
That was a
zone.
perfect beat. It's cool.
Here's
But
an
anyway,
opportunity. Blocker save.
and then goes to the
Trying to
bench.
get the puck out of
Our
his
team
own
play
end.
is not looking
Off the
great,
glass
but
and out of
everything
the
else is
zone.
looking
Consider that a
pretty
win for the
okay
penalty
in
killers
terms
for
of
now.
offensive
You bet it
defense.
is.
So that's
Now
all
they can
we
get a
that's all we
change,
did
get
now.
some fresh people on
But
the
anyway,
ice.
second period, 8:56 left to play. They scored
LA's got the
somehow.
puck.
I don't know how they scored, but
And
they
that's
scored
just out of
somehow.
reach.
So we have to figure out a way.
Inside
Pull
the
off this
offensive
win.
zone. To the front. Stopped by the goaltender.
All right, but let's keep it pushing.
Well past the midway mark of this period, it's 2-1.
We win the
And as the puck is
face-off.
dropped, they win the draw here
Pass up to
inside the
our
defensive
teammate.
zone.
Pass it back.
Sends it
Oh,
over.
what a beautiful shot if I
Stopped
had
by the
made that.
goaltender.
Yeah, he got out tight to him, James. There's nowhere for that puck
Like
to
I
go.
said before, a lot of these shots are like, here's the
The
it's
centerman
one
glided
thing
into
if the
position.
shots weren't on goal and they were just like all over the place and just blah blah blah.
Vegas
No,
with a
it's a
big
completely
defensive zone
different thing when
face-off.
they're on goal, they're on
And they
target,
move
they're
the
on
puck out of
time.
harm's way.
All I'm waiting for is really just the right opening, and then when
Los
that
Angeles has it
opening
near the
happens,
wall.
you know, just rock with it.
Johansson's got it through center.
All right, Deck, we're geek.
Hammers it on net.
How's that badly
Denies him.
aimed
He
shot,
got all of
man?
it. And the puck is moved to a safer spot on the
They
ice.
clear the
The
puck.
Kings have it against
Get
the
back,
wall.
force our own zone.
Nice
Walls are
zone
closing
entry
in.
from the
Gotta
middle.
move. Gotta move.
Shot right in front.
Nice
Stopped
shot
by
for
the
rebound. I
goaltender.
like it.
Somehow the shooter
But
got
he
loose in the
covers
slot,
up.
but the goaltender's equal to the
We
task.
can put,
That's a good save.
Then we have the line change. So we're back in here finally.
Getting into
Not
the later
finally again,
stages
but
of this
what's
period.
it called?
Vegas is in the driver's
2:15
seat.
left
They
in the
lead at
second
2-1
period.
in what has been a
Still
very
scored.
spirited affair.
We're killing it. I
Stevenson's
mean,
won the
honestly, we're
faceoff
killing it in
deep
terms of
inside
every
the
other
offensive
category.
zone. And
We
he
just
comes
haven't
up
had
with
the
it.
opportunity
The
to
Kings
save
gain
the lead.
control of the puck
But
against the wall.
I think we're just killing it this game.
Slides it up to Walker.
This is why it's a really
what a
actually
stop.
beautiful game.
Goaltender comes up big in
Goalie
good
covers
position
up,
to make
though.
the save.
Forces us to go
LA's
to the
had
face.
plenty of good looks offensively, but they have been snake-bitten as they trail late in this second period.
All
The
right, they won
Golden
the
Knights
face
win
off,
the
and that's
draw.
perfectly fine.
Scooped up along the wall
So we're
by
back
Van
on
Riemsdyk.
defense.
Across the line from center.
Nice
Pokes
body
it away
check.
in
I
his
like
own
it.
end.
Passes up to me.
Receives
Tries
the
to avoid
pass.
contact. It doesn't.
And
And I was
takes
like,
a
okay,
tour out of
we
the
have to back
offensive
up. We
end
have
to
to
find
back
some
up.
space
But
at center.
forces us to back up.
Vegas
Loses the
plays it
puck.
against the boards.
Winding down to the end of the second
Stopped by the
period.
goaltender.
But he came out and challenged him.
Just
Good
trying to get
save.
that last shot off. That was it. So that's the end of
And
the
the
second
sound sound of the
period.
horn will wrap things up for
You
period
know,
number
period
2 in
number
what
3,
has been a
final
tightly
period. That
contested
way
affair.
somehow we can pull off
Teams
this
are
win.
lined up and they
Somehow
are ready
at
to
least
get this
tie the
third
game
period
or at least
underway.
pull up the win.
Puck
So
scooped
either
up
way,
by Doughty.
let's try to keep
And it's a
pushing.
quick pass to Stanley. Pokes the puck away.
But honestly, I'm at the point where I'm like, let's just score a goal, man. Like, I'm used to like scoring goals all the time. So go from Johnson. It's a very like I wouldn't say frustrating experience, but it's a very not amazing experience to go from.
Tried to make the perfect shot, doesn't execute it.
The Golden Knights get a hold of the puck along
but anyway,
the
it's a very complicated, it's a very different experience when you're going from scoring offsides. When you're scoring goals all the time and always making shots and everything around that, to go into a place where you're always making shots to a place where you're nowhere, like never making shots. It's a lot different. It's a lot different. But try to set it up for the goal. Didn't work out, but we're gonna keep pushing. We're gonna send to our next shift. See what happens. So third period, 11 minutes and 30 seconds ago left in the period. Back on defense.
Gains the zone from the right side.
Tries to clear the zone. Passes it up.
Gains the zone through the middle.
Passes it to me.
Sends it across.
Can't make the shot though. That's all right.
Really good positioning as he makes the stop from in tight.
All right, so coach comes to talk to me. He says, "Yo, hey, we're a close game.
They really don't need to change
can't
much,
let
James.
back
I
down.
love the
Time
way
to shut
that
this
they
down."
played tonight. The coach is just reminding the
I'm not gonna try to score a goal. I'm not gonna
decide
decide to say I'm gonna score a goal, especially knowing that I'm probably not gonna score a goal. And that's fine. But what I'm gonna do is let's just keep applying that pressure. Let's keep making sure. But like I said before, we are absolutely killing it. Oh, beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. 1-2. It was a 1-2-3 kind of 1-2-3 goal. I like it. I'm gonna keep saying that for that one. If it's like that, I'm gonna call it that 1-2-3 goal.
Quick pass to Stanley. Way too much congestion.
Man, like game's tied now. Back on defense.
Along the boards. Puck cleared from the defensive end.
Here's the puck.
From their own end.
Passes it to our teammates. Oh, whoops. And also that's like kind of the thing. That's what I have to get used to. So on the skill stick, controller or whatever settings, they have it as R2 as you're passing. But in actuality, what's but at the same time, in other games, in a lot of other games, R2 is your speed burst. So it's definitely it's gonna take some time getting used to the controller and getting used to like how the controller is different than other games. That's the same reason why even though I like some games when I'm trying to like slide through quarters. In Last of Us, like if you press L left stick up and X, you can creep through corners. But in Spider-Man, technically doesn't work. So I've definitely it's about you have to separate game from game in terms of realizing that every game has a different controller layout. And that, like, don't get me wrong, sports layouts are pretty much the same. Ooh, that's a beautiful goal. That's a beautiful goal. What an assist. What an amazing play. And we have finally taken the lead after the longest time. To score 3-2, ladies and gentlemen. Try to finish out this game and try to keep the score. So anything we can do to keep maintain this pressure and do it. But that's what I was saying. Like I have to realize that not every sport, like sport games have pretty much the same controller relative settings, but not every game is like that. So it's definitely. I'll try to get back on side.
Vegas has possession of it now.
No wait, back on defense.
Enters the offensive zone from the left.
Oof, that was close.
Oh, what a save with the stick by Quick.
All right.
Aggressive stop
back
on
top
of the crease to make the save on a dangerous chance.
Pass up. Oh, beautiful.
Denies him in front.
Looking back, it's kind of like it's in a weird way, like doing videos post recording, or commentating over videos post recording. It's a lot different than doing it in real time. Because when you're looking at it, you're like, and you're also realizing, different skills and everything like that. You realize like how much different things could have been if you use this one tool with this left tool. Like, and if you picked up so many different things. So it's like watching film. It's literally like watching film as an athlete. It's super weird. And I like it. And I'm here for it. But a couple of new things that are coming up. So baseball season's right around the corner. Football season's right around the corner. Call of Duty's right around the corner. I definitely want to let you guys know that there are new series, new channels. Once I get everything done. Now, I'm not going to. I'm probably going to. What I'm going to do is this, since I have about like 4 minutes left in this game, or actually 4 minutes left in the thing. I'm going to talk a little bit more about like what's coming up in the future on the channel. So, Spider-Man, we're going to be done with it probably, what's the third? I'm probably going to be done with Spider-Man most likely by, we'll be done with Spider-Man by the 17th, no later than the 17th. We'll be done with, NHL is going to take us all the way up until May. It's going to take us all the way up until about May.
A lot of pressure on the centerman.
Yeah. So UFC is going to take us up until probably about yeah. So okay, let me think about this. So NHL May, UFC is the 17th. Last of Us should take about probably till the 10th of March. So around, and I would say expect. I would say this. This is what I'll just say. I'm not going to give a specific set deadlines because I don't want to put myself in a box. But I will say this. Expect a live series is ending and a lot of new series is beginning around the 17th of March. So I think that's 15th of, I'm not sure. But basically, expect a lot of new things happening in the channel around the 17th. Basically, the week of the 17th, either series are ending or series are beginning, and I'm gonna do my best to but like to kind of, what's the word I'm looking for? Have channels and have different games and different things like that to be set in stone around about 2 months worth of thing. Like, so I don't want it to be where it's like I'm only playing this, because there's so many games that are coming out in February and March and April and everything around that nature, and I want to make sure to stay on top of everything. So I would give about 2 months for everything, but we're gonna talk about it a little bit more when I have everything kind of solidified and everything, all the dates are set up and everything. But until then, but I do have to change a couple of things. Number one, you guys are no longer going to hear these beautiful soundtrack songs, even though they are amazing and they're all nice. I don't want to get hit with the copyright cheese, so like, you know what I mean. But nonetheless, but like I said before, definitely when I have a solidified schedule, I will let you know immediately or as soon as I can possibly can. But definitely knowing that MLB is coming out. I got MLB coming out. I have FIFA coming out. I have Call of Duty coming out. For right now, there's a couple of more of, and let me know in the comments or even just like in general of you guys wanting to see a lot of my Throwback Thursday games. I'm not sure if I should make them into like full series or should just play like one like an hour and a half of just the gameplay itself. But until then, just let me know how you feel. But until then, I'll see you guys next time. As always, stay safe, stay cool, and always make some moves. Peace.